managing variation and agile approaches while also meeting compliance. Today, as part of our compliance series, we will take a deeper look at this, leveraging an automotive example. I'm Sheila Schultz, and I'm here with my colleague, Peter Pedross from PEDCO AG. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Sheila. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, it is good to talk to you today. You know, Peter, there are different organizational configurations available as part of the Scaled Agile Framework or SAFE model. And I thought we could talk a little bit about these configurations. How can you leverage these to help manage variation, and how can we enable compliance via doing this?
Very good question. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, it's really funny that you're talking about that. I just had today another talk about this topic, and it's about the understanding of the various SAFE configuration. You know, in the Scaled Agile Framework, you see here the big picture. There is essential SAFE, large solution SAFE, portfolio SAFE, full SAFE, and a lot of people think that you have to pick one and then just stay with that version. But this is kind of an oversimplification of the Scaled Agile Framework, because in reality, what we see here a model of a class outcome. We see that we have an enterprise, and an enterprise can hold 0 or several portfolios. And if you have a portfolio, it can consist of several solutions holding some arts and agile release trains, or some arts are directly held by the portfolio. And it's always true that we have several teams per agile release train. And of course, if you have that kind of instantiations, you can build up a tree hierarchy, and with that you can have all the configurations possible in a company. So some departments will work with a full SAFE configuration, some with a portfolio SAFE configuration, and some at the same time can just start with SAFE as an essential SAFE configuration. It's all possible at the same time in a larger organization.
That is really interesting. I wonder if maybe we could even look at it a little further, dig a little deeper, and use an automotive example. Could you highlight maybe an example like that?
Yes, absolutely. We have here an example for automotive. We map here safety with ISO 26262 into it. And so if we take about the level of enterprise, we see an OEM. Okay, here we have a safety culture. And this is something that is imposed by the functional safety as well. It needs to have a safety culture. And this is going down all the levels from portfolio, large solution, art to the teams itself. But in reality, its artifacts which are used are very different. So we talk about strategic themes, some epics on the enterprise level, and on a portfolio level, we talk about the HARA safety goals. We talk about an impact analysis. We talked about the safety concept. If we are on a large solution level where it's getting technical, of course, we talk about the technical safety concept. And if we are on the program level where we talk about the systems which build up a solution, we talk about software and systems architecture. And of course, if we talk on a team level, we talk about coding, unit testing, and so forth. And in order to start at the right level and the right place, we also need to have definition of ready in place. So here we see an example for an epic. What do we need for an epic to start? So we need to have a lean business case, capabilities defined, roadmap defined, HARA done, impact analyzed, and so forth.
I wondered if you could also comment a little bit about how PEDCO could help companies if they came in and wanted to understand how to do variation management. Could you highlight the things that PEDCO helps with?
Absolutely. We are training the companies that they can improve and adopt applied SAFE to their own needs, extend it with their own methodologies and practices in place. And of course, if we talked before about the hierarchical tree structure, each of these blue boxes, which we've shown, is an own instance. So some of these instances may include functional safety, others hardware, others on pure software, and so forth. They're all different. And to be able to work with these differentiations depending on the circumstances, we have so-called tailoring questions built into Applied Safe. And of course, these questions can also be enhanced by our customers. So we have here an example from ISO 26262. It also talks about the safety lifecycle may be tailored. And of course, we do that. And one of the questions will be, hey, if you talk about ASIL, can somebody be hurt with that product? Yes or no? And then if somebody can hurt, then you need to do a hazard analysis or not. So these are all the actions which you can add into or remove. So it's just important that we have the possibilities to be as complex as necessary and as simple as possibility for each single endeavor.
That's fantastic. Well, I think that's all for today's compliance session. Any further comments before we close out?
Thank you very much for the time. It was a pleasure to talk to you. And if you want to hear more, just get in contact with us, Sheila from PEDCO or Peter at pedco.eu. Thanks and have a nice day.
Thank you, Peter.